current events, and let's link up to Guerilla Cricket. Andrew Tye in BBL has been trending in the past 2-3 days or so. So if you guys were to commentate on that particular event, so one of you take a shot at it so that our viewers will know what Guerilla Cricket is all about and how different it is.
Nakul, do you want to go first?
I don't mind taking a go at this.
Go for it, because I didn't actually see it. But I've read a lot about it, but I didn't actually see it.
James Vince on 98. Sixers on the verge of qualifying and knocking out the Perth Scorchers. In comes Andrew Tye. He's bowled a wide down the leg side. Vince is denied a BBL 100. He's looking at Tye with a look of absolute abject dejection on his face. Was that deliberate? Shades of Suraj Randeep bowling a deliberate no ball to deny her in the Sehwag 100. This one will run on run, but more importantly, the Sydney Sixers have advanced and knocked out the Perth Scorchers.
Very
Perfect.
good.
Terrific.
I've got to say, hang on a moment though, guys. It's what actually, in a competitive, grown-up game of cricket, is what was he supposed to do? To lob him a gentle underarm, so our beloved James Vince could smack it out of the park.
Just
This is a tough, grown-up, professional competition going on here. For what it's worth, I don't think he meant it, but I believe I'm in a minority. I just
I haven't seen it, but I'm with Tone here. It's a game of cricket. He might have been trying something. He might have gone down the leg side. It might have been deliberate. Does it matter? It doesn't really matter.
Well,
I mean, it's a storm in a teacup, really.
Oh, it's one of those things that because the game was not actually particularly close, it's one of those things that runs and runs, and also because we're in between test series right now. If that had happened, this Big Bash has been going on for a long time. If that had happened during the India-Australia series, I don't think it would have got very much attention. It is one of those slightly weird things. I did say in my sort of the sample commentary, was it deliberate? I wasn't coming down on either side because you can make a call either way on it. And it's important to note with Guerilla Cricket, we're often, we describe ourselves as irreverent and we're often described that way, but it's also true that we're not shock jocks. We're not out there to try and create controversy where none exists.
Absolutely.
We call it as we see it in the truest sense of the word. And that will be different from every single, if I'm on commentary or Bear's on commentary or Tony, we'll all see it slightly differently. We will call it as we see it. And not try and be anything other than authentically ourselves. It's a bit cheeky from Andrew Tye if he did bowl a deliberate wide. Maybe he was trying a slow ball bouncer that Vince was going to smash up in the air and get caught. Who knows? I think it's a bit cheeky and it's not ideal, but it's the kind of thing that teams on the verge of losing do all the time.
Well, it was a schools under 10s game. You take that kind of sporting view and you go, poor lad, he's already been out twice. We'll give him one more go and bowl him an easy one. You don't do that in a professional game of cricket. I don't care what the stage of the game is. I just think Tye was being competitive. I think he was looking for a way for Vince not to score. I don't think he thought, I really have never liked James Vince. Always gets out for a 30-odd, nicks off to slip or caught behind. Continues to let England get down. I'm an Aussie. I'm going to deny him of his 100. Of course, I don't think that went through his mind for a moment. I think he just thought, I'm going to bowl the best ball I can for the moment right now. And it just didn't quite work out for Vince. In a way, it didn't work out for Andrew Tye, unless you take the view that any publicity is good publicity. But, it's a grown-up game. That's it.
The story is that Vince actually got more than 30 runs without nicking off, isn't it? Rather than the fact that he got,
it's interesting how,
might have a 98.
It's interesting how these narratives develop. James Vince is a very good player at limited overs levels below international cricket. He's just, because we watch every single England men's game, our view of players sometimes gets coloured by what they do in international cricket, which is, I guess, fair enough.
Yeah, absolutely love the conversation. And
the other talking point I think from that game was the guy with was that the same match? The guy with the one-handed catch and the beer in the other hand.
Yep.
I watched the replay of that more than I watched Andrew Tye's ball. I mean, I think it possibly just went through the hands of another guy in the crowd that made it easier for him. Yep. But if you want to talk about poise, balance, stability, and a certain degree of chutzpah, and je ne sais quoi, this bloke had it in spades, didn't he?
Well, exactly. He'd have got a lot of kudos on Guerilla Cricket.
Yeah. For not spilling his beer? Yeah.
Not spilling his beer and catching the ball one-handed. Absolutely. That's quality.
Yeah, to be honest, we've been starved of crowd catch action during cricket in COVID, so that would have got us talking for at least a couple of minutes.